So today we're going to go over factoring with the X method. So at the top of your paper, the first thing I want you to write is the standard form of a quadratic, which is ax squared plus what? bx plus c, okay? And then I'm going to go over the X method. So draw an X over here. Who remembers what goes in the top? A times C. What goes here? B. And then what we're looking for are factors of this number that add up to equal this number. Y'all remember this? Yes or no? Yes. Let's say it again. We're looking for what number times what number gives us this, but that when I add them, it will give me this. Once I find those, I put them over A and simplify. Is this starting to ring a bell now? Okay, so let's look at number 1. It says complete the sentence by selecting the correct answers. What are the factors of x squared minus 8x plus 12? So the first thing I'm going to do is my X method. So draw an X. You are going to put A times C right here. So 1 times 12 is 12. And you're going to put B here. So what do I put? Negative 8. I am looking for factors of 12 that add up to equal negative 8. Now let's stop and think logically. I need two numbers that when multiplied together will give me a positive, but when add together will give me a... So what kind of answers do I need? Two negatives. So what are two factors of 12? I know 1 times 12 is 12, but they won't add up to negative 8. Are y'all good? I know negative 2 times negative 6 will give me 12, and they will add up to give me negative 8. So that is going to be my answers. I'm going to take these two and put them over A. So negative 2 over, what's A? 1. And negative 6 over 1. Then I'm going to simplify those fractions if I can, which I can't. So these are my final pieces. And then remember, it's bottoms up. So bottoms first. So 1x minus 2 times 1x minus 6. And those are your factors of that expression. So my first answer is C, and my second answer is A. What do y'all think? Y'all remember it now? Now let's do number 3. It is a harder one. So I'm going to draw my X method. The first thing I'm going to check is, can I factor anything out of this? And the answer is no. They don't have a greatest common factor in common. Okay? So now I'm going to do A times C. So what is 30 times negative 45? Okay? And then what's going to go here? Negative 29. Now, I am not going to be good at factors of this. Like this I could do in my head. This one I pretty much can't. So I'm going to go to my calculator and my y equals button and let it do it for me. Yes? So if I go to y equals and I type in, does anybody remember what to type in? The number divided by x, because that's basically asking what two numbers multiplied together are going to give me negative 1,350. And if you go to the table, these are every number that multiplied together to give you that. And you're not looking at the decimals, you're only looking at the integers. Okay? I need two numbers that multiply to give me a negative, but add up to give me a negative. So what's the only way to get a negative when you multiply? A negative times a positive. And I need them to add up to give me a negative, which means the bigger number better have the negative sign. So I'm just going to scroll until I see, and I think I already see it. I think this might work. 25 times negative 54. So I'm just going to write it down. 25 times negative 54. And if it doesn't work, I'll just keep looking. So I'm going to go to my home screen and say, is 25 times negative 54 equal to this? Yes. Is 25 plus negative 54 equal to this?
Yes.
Yes. So these are my factors. Okay? So I'm going to take this number and put it over A. So I have 25 over, what is A?
30.
What is A? 30. And then I'm going to take this number, negative 54, and I'm going to put it over A, which is 30. Those are not my answers because they can be what? They can be simplified. So you just now, here's the deal. Everybody look at the board real quick. This negative has to stay with the top number. Okay, so just put it in your calculator in alpha y equals and let them simplify, which is 5, 6 for this one. And then 54 over 30 simplifies to negative 9 over 5. Bottoms up, meaning the bottom number goes first. Yes? So how would I write this? 6x, nope, plus 5. And then how would I write this? 5x minus 9.
So the bottom number goes with the x.
The bottom number goes first with the x. Are we okay? Now, on this next one, since it's multiple choice, you have two different ways you could do it. You could use the X method, or you could use your answer choices and do what? FOIL. Okay, now if you're good at FOIL, do FOIL, but here's the deal. There's 4 of them. You might have to do all 4 when this is an easy one to factor. See what I'm saying? So I would just do the X method. All right, what's A times C? 24. What's B? 10. I'm looking for factors of 24 that add to give me 10. 6 times 4. Both positive. So I have 6 over A and 4 over A. So which number gets the X? The 1. So X plus 6 times X plus 4. And the answer was D. So had I chosen to do FOIL, I would have had to do it 4 times. Because D was the answer. Okay, I'm going to pass out the assignment. I'm going to help you do one of them because there wasn't an example like it on the notes.